Sup, everyone? It's Drak and Shadow here. Just chewing the fat, shooting the breeze, kicking back with some Star Wars.
I think I'm too old for this video. Let's move on. Welcome, everybody, and happy holidays. So, you might have noticed this is not one of the usual Let's Plays we're doing. People have actually been asking for this for quite a while. For us to sit back and just kind of shoot the breeze on like a one-off or something like that. And one of the ones that got brought up, because we complained so much about the recent edition, was Star Wars Battlefront. Like, a good Battlefront. So here we are on Star Wars Battlefront 2. We're going to try and recreate our BS session from last time, but this is basically... the best way to think about this is that it's the equivalent of a Drak and Shadow try. We're going to have some fun. We're going to talk to you guys. I actually reached out to the community and got a couple of good questions that we can answer during that time. And this is also just kind of a big thank you video. Because we've actually had a really great year due to you guys. So this is just our way to be able to sit back and celebrate with you guys on having such a good year for both Drak and Shadow as well as our own individual channels. And also just spend some time with you guys because we love you.
That's right.
You are our lovelies as far as we are concerned. I don't know if we can use lovelies. Is lovelies copyrighted?
I don't think so. Maybe
Okay.
by Brenton.
By Brenton? What?
Because he always likes to say lovelies.
Well, Game Grumps also says it too.
Oh, that's true.
So yeah, we're basically we're going to be messing around in Galactic Conquest.
Galactic Conquest.
So we're going to have some fun. We don't have a bowl of popcorn, but that's okay. We'll make it work. The problem is now is that I need to step away from the mic to blow my nose.
That's not good. Tips and tricks.
Too much dust, unfortunately. Okay, there we go. So everybody gets to hear me do this.
Polis Massa.
And yes, confirmed. I have a honker. I don't know what to tell you guys. This is an unofficial video, so I'm not really all that afraid about doing things that I wouldn't normally do on a video. So we're just gonna have some fun now. Where are we at today, Alex?
We're on Polis Massa. We're on the asteroid at the end of episode 3.
All right. And with that, we're gonna. Basically, here's how this is gonna go. We actually are gonna have 2 videos here. Because people also asked for a game for me to kind of BS on, so we're going to be playing this for roughly an hour, and then we're going to switch places, and we're going to play a game that I would tend to shoot the breeze on. So, one that I have a feeling not a whole lot of people are going to predict. But I also find this appropriate, Alex, because we just barely had a Star Wars movie come out.
That's right.
And depending on who you talk to...
Stormtrooper! Anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Well, I mean, depending on who you talk to, a lot of... I know that Rogue One is getting a lot of positive reception right now, but there are some naysayers. Yeah. I actually have some family members that don't like Rogue One.
Oh, wow.
So, I guess the first thing that we can do is like go into our thoughts on Rogue One in case people haven't seen the podcast where we talked about it. My thoughts are simple. I liked it, but obviously I had some issues with it. In reviewing films, I've learned that there is no such thing as a perfect film.
No.
That there will always be tiny problems here and there. And so, while I have problems with Rogue One, overall I like the experience. What about you, Alex?
I really liked the movie too. I guess if I had an issue, and this is kind of an issue that I felt with Force Awakens, is the movie moves a little too fast. Mm-hmm. It's kind of ironic considering it is actually longer than A New Hope, but it feels like it's shorter at the same time.
Yeah.
So I had a hard time latching onto the characters. Right. But I still enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie.
But a lot of the controversial stuff that people are talking about right now, I don't think we necessarily have the same problems. Like, I've talked to people who think that Rogue One ruins Darth Vader completely. I don't know if I agree with that. I actually think it empowered Darth Vader compared to Episode 3, where I kind of agree with this argument. That ending scene with him screaming, "No!" It does kind of make him a whimpering baby, and what we're used to with Darth Vader wouldn't do that. So I get that argument, but I actually think Rogue One empowered him and made him even more awesome.
He was more like his menacing self from A New Hope.
Yeah, exactly. This was the Darth Vader that we all know and love and want to despise, kind of thing.
It makes sense why he would be that way at episode 3, because he's still kind of transitioning from Anakin before he just loses all his humanity as Darth Vader. So, but I think it was good to kind of see it, you know. And one fun fact I found was that whole castle that they had for him was originally envisioned for Empire Strikes Back.
Yes, in fact, it was brought back later into Expanded Universe. But here's the unique part. I believe in the Expanded Universe, Vader had 2 castles.
Oh, yeah?
So, yeah, because he had the one on Mustafar, which was added later. But the original one, I can't remember, I think it was on Malachor, he actually had a fortress. Because there is a game where you go to Darth Vader's fortress and acquire something from it. You don't meet with Vader or anything like that, because that was a property that the people who made the game didn't have. But you went to Darth Vader's Imperial fortress on, I think, Malachor.
Cool.
So that's happened before. But yeah, I don't think Rogue One hurt that character.
Oh.
What's the other argument, obviously, that gets brought up is, and this is the issue that I have, is CG Tarkin and CG Leia. I'm not the biggest fan of them. I just don't think the technology works. It doesn't look real. It doesn't lend anything to those characters. I still hold true to my argument that if you had Tarkin sitting in the shadows, it would have been so much more, because that's what Tarkin is.
No, he's not. He's a governor, so he's got to be he's a public figure. He's not the Emperor. The Emperor's the one who sits in the shadows.
No, but, like, Tarkin was the Hitler before the Hitler, if you get my drift. Because even in episode 4, we knew that Vader was simply a pawn. Like, he was a knight to be moved along the board, but a lot of people assumed that, you know, if Tarkin was... We didn't start talking about, like, how bad the Emperor was. We knew how bad Tarkin was, and therefore said, if Tarkin's this bad, I mean, how bad's this boss, you know? And so Tarkin was, like, the original, like, Hitler of Star Wars. So putting him in the shadows, I actually think would have been just as good. Or, in a lot of cases, I actually do like the argument of...
All fleets awaiting orders, sir.
This whole process might have been too beneath Tarkin, that he could have been off on some other mission and didn't need to be in Rogue One. Because that also makes sense, too. Like, Tarkin didn't need to show up until the Death Star was done to impose his power. That kind of makes sense.
I just have to disagree, because I personally...
Yeah, you and me are on opposite ends of this. You like CG Tarkin and Leia, I don't.
I thought it looked fine. It might look a little uncanny at points, but it looked as fine as it's gonna look.
I will quote the kids that literally came out of the same theater me and Romney were in. Did it look like they were shiny? And one of them actually came back, it's like, yeah, it looked like they put butter on their faces. Like, oh my gosh, they're Commander Data. That's like the biggest complaint about Commander Data these days, is that all of his makeup looks like Butterface now. So, yeah, it's one of those things that we aren't going to agree on, because I don't like CG Tarkin and CG Leia, mainly because it looks like CG Professor X to me, and that didn't look too good either. But I can see why you like it. And I'm not saying the Tarkin scenes are horrible. They were, like, if they were out of character, I would be pissed off, but they were in character.
Yeah.
Oh, and speaking of, so we'll probably address this after our discussion. We need to talk about Carrie Fisher.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I mean, what was the other major controversy that people had with Rogue One?
Just the supposed politics behind it.
Yeah.
Which, well, all I can say is welcome to Star Wars. It's always had a slight political bend to it.
Well, I mean, they had to show, like, that the Empire was slowly getting rid of the Republic. That's why, in a lot of cases, I think the prequels have actually empowered the roundtable discussion scene in Episode 4.
Right.
Where you hear them say, you know, the local territories and all that. The local governors have complete control and report directly to the Emperor, because that's what a totalitarian government would do, kind of thing. So it only helps with that concept. So, yeah, I think that and, people are still making this complaint, and I don't know where you're coming from. The whole having a female protagonist makes it immediately a Hunger Games ripoff. What part of this looked like Hunger Games to you?
Yeah.
People are still making this complaint on Twitter. I don't get it. It was fine.
It's like, it's either Hunger Games or it's the SJWs wielding their power.
Well, it's mostly SGWs who are making this complaint. And I didn't think that the girl did bad.
She was fine.
I can't remember her name. Her name escapes me right
Felicity Jones.
now. Felicity Jones. I didn't hate her. I thought it was fine.
Yeah, she was.
I thought if I had a complaint about the main cast, maybe was his name Hank? The rebel who had the droid. He was like the Han character here. I thought he was a little too serious, but aside from that, I didn't have a problem. I thought the main cast was fine. In fact, one of my favorite characters out of Rogue One is K2SO.
Yeah, the droid was
who
great.
is going to be making some Geek News references from here on, and Disney can sue me. I don't care.
The Mickey Mouse Squad will come after us.
Come at us, bro! Watch it. No,
Watch
dude,
it.
I know I make this joke, but he is going to be the living embodiment of our broken Prozac budget. He really is.
As long as we're still on the topic. I haven't really cross-checked this, but I sat through the whole ending credits just because I wanted to. I wanted to listen to the suite, and I looked at some of the ADR voices that were in Rogue One, and I saw Stephen Bloom listed there.
Really?
Yeah.
As K2SO?
Not K2SO, just the very...
Oh, just additional voices?
Yeah.
Well, he does a lot of additional voices in Rebels, too,
yeah.
So I love so here's how you know Stephen Bloom voices a character in Rebels, is if it's an Imperial, but their hat is down so you can't see their eyes, you know Stephen Bloom's one of the voices they pull out.
And Stephen Bloom's in this game.
Oh, yeah, of course he is. Because it's Stephen Bloom.
Because it's Stephen Bloom, isn't it?
Well, when we hear him, we'll obviously say hi.
Hi, Stephen Bloom. I'm pretty sure.
But yeah, I love K2SO, and I've actually made a couple of Photoshop images where it's just like, can I give you a Prozac, sir? Or this sounds like a depressing moment, just so we can put them up on Geek News. But it's gonna happen, people. You're gonna see K2SO make an appearance on Geek News. But yeah, that's. I liked Rogue One overall. I didn't have any issues with it. Well, I had issues, but there's no such thing as a perfect movie, and I'm okay with that. It's like a. I mean, if we were gonna rate it on our Drak Shadow vlog scale, I'd probably give it a solid like B+. I would think it was very much there, especially the cinematography. Holy crap, man!
Great visuals. Great visuals.
Yeah, whoever Gareth Edwards hired, I mean, bravo, man, bravo. Because I get that the director's part of that, but you had to hire like a badass cinematographer to get those shots.
Hostile reinforcements are dropping.
And then somebody's going to be out there screaming, but most of them were CG. I don't care. They were set the way they needed to be set.
There's just as much model work, and
We can't afford to keep losing command.
but even then, a lot of people.
Oh yeah, there's still model work in these movies.
All right, but even then, a lot of people always make this whole assumption that the prequels were all CGI, but if you actually look at the behind the scenes, there's still quite a bit of practical effects in the prequels. They still use models, they still use matte paintings.
We captured a command post.
Exactly. I love the people who like try to make the argument to me that like H.R. Geiger and the way he did things is dead. No, it's totally not, people. No, there's still a lot of model work. There's still a lot of just random artwork that's still used in film, just because it can help us set a scene. I mean, I still love the. I probably referenced this on the channel at least once, but if you go into the bonus stuff for the Two Towers, the scene where Gollum is trying to catch a fish, I don't know if you knew this, but the backdrop for it is actually a painting, like a random painting that one of the Lord of the Rings artists that they had there did.
Yeah.
It wasn't even of anything in that area, but they loved the moonlight backdrop that they used it.
Oh, very nice.
So that's one of those, and then they did lighting and all that stuff to make it work.
Of course.
But this is practical effects at work, people. We say that one of the ways you could tell a bad director is that they don't use every tool at their disposal. This is a perfect example. People abuse CGI now, and this is one of those cases where that's not the case. This is one of those points where Gareth Edwards looks awesome for the way he said things.
Yeah.
Because obviously, he's the guy who's making the scene, and then the cinematographer just brings it to life. So for all the people who hate on Gareth Edwards, including this guy because you didn't like Godzilla,
I don't hate him. I just didn't like Godzilla.
but would you say like this is a better attempt?
Yeah, this is a lot better than Godzilla was.
Yeah. And I would agree on that. I think it was a much better, more solid attempt on his part.
Yavin 4.
Sabotage
Oh, we're going to Yavin 4.
activated.
Are we going to find the dark side?
Select a bonus for this battle. The rebellion has used the combat.
So here's a fun
bonus.
expanded universe tip that you didn't know. So you know the old temple that the Rebel base is based on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So a lot of people have assumed that like Yavin 4 is actually a place of the light side of the Force. It is not. In fact, in a lot of comics and a lot of expanded universe books, there's actually a temple dedicated to the Sith on Yavin 4. It's a place where the dark side rests.
Wow, we're talking now the Legends material.
Yeah. No, I think it was before Legends.
Well, Legends is essentially everything that's
Yeah.
outside the canon currently.
Yeah, but I'm saying like before they made that official canon, because this was established in Dark Forces. In Dark Forces 3 Jedi Outcast, where your villain actually went to like very pivotal moments where the dark side was very powerful. So obviously they went to Dagobah, because that's where Darkseid is very powerful. They went to Yavin 4, and I believe they went to Mustafar. It's been
Watch
a long
those
time
blasters!
It's been a long time since I played Jedi Outcast. But yeah, so Yavin 4 is actually not a place where the light side is. It's where the dark
I've
side
captured a
is.
command
Losing
post.
men like this.
Well, then don't lose the man. Capture the command
I
post.
love that Alex is like literally complaining to AI.
Yes, I
We have it on
complain.
camera, people.
I complain to AI all the time.
Yeah. So the next thing that I kind of want to get into, obviously we did reference it, was Carrie Fisher.
Yeah.
So if you guys don't know the story, Carrie Fisher had a heart attack on her way home. I believe she was flying from London to her home in San Francisco for the holidays. And she had a heart attack while on the plane.
Capture the command post.
So at that point, they had to
Gain a
do
command post.
immediate CPR. I believe they had to divert the flight to get her off the plane. So like they diverted, not in New York, but somewhere else, and got her into the ICU immediately.
That's good.
Now, we have an update on that. As of yesterday, she was out of the ICU, and she was recovering.
Very good.
So that's good because, I mean, look, Carrie Fisher is like 60.
Yeah.
She could easily, we could easily have one of these episodes dedicated to Carrie Fisher or to Harrison Ford. It could happen. And I don't want that to happen. I want these original cast members to be able to be there for as long as they want to be. And then I dread for the fact that as soon as episode 9 comes out, we're going to find out Mark Hamill, Harrison Ford, Carrie Fisher, and all of them died. And I'm going to be so sad. But you know it's going to happen, Alex.
Unfortunately.
Our deeds are done. We've done everything in our lives we can do. No, Mark Hamill. No, you haven't. There's so many more Joker roles you could play. So yeah, our thoughts, obviously our thoughts and prayers go to Carrie Fisher, and
Yeah.
hope that she is well. Hope that you got to spend the holidays with your family, because you definitely didn't do it at home. Hi, Steve Bloom. You definitely didn't do the holidays at home. Oh, and also people might wonder where we're getting all this information from. Her brother, I believe, is the one that released the statement. Todd Fisher.
I see.
So that's how we know. And please, Carrie, can we have another bit where you complained about George Lucas not telling us that there was no such thing as underwear in space?
Still underwear in space.
Yes.
And then,
No, I couldn't wear them, Rob, because there wasn't underwear in space. Wow, that was a very breezy space then. But yeah, there's really not a whole lot we can say about that. It was just sad to see, like, here's the thing too, like, I didn't even find out like everybody else did. I was just randomly web surfing and accidentally clicked on Droid Report, and that's where they had it. And I'm like, Carrie Fisher's in the hospital? No. But the sad part is that even though she didn't pass away, George Michael did.
Yeah. So we still had to lose someone.
Yes. So,
2016's not over yet. The Grim Reaper's working overtime.
Oh man, you know what? Can I just say I'm very happy that 2016 is almost over?
I think everybody is.
And here's the funny part. I'm only about that when it comes to current events. Because if you look at it honestly, Alex, this has been a good year for us.
Yeah.
I mean, your channel is almost at what, 300 subscribers?
Yeah, we're getting there.
And I just barely passed 100. and still haven't given you guys your 100 subscriber video yet. Yeah, that's how backed up I am, people. We'll get to that. It's winter time and it snowed, so going out looking for Pokemon on Pokemon Go doesn't really sound like a good idea. So we'll get it. We'll get to it, people. But it's actually been a good year. Gaming or Geek News has had a good year too, because we started up gaming with the geeks and people love it. Specifically, people love me and Brinton.
I told you.
People actually ask, like, what are the top ones? I believe the top ones are me and Brinton. Then it would be...
Grenade!
I believe it's you, me, and Romney for Metal Gear.
They've already lost. They just
Then comes me and Aldo, because me and Aldo isn't
We've
completed.
lost control of the command post.
Who
But
lost
him and
the
me just
command?
talk about a bunch of random stuff.
Reinforcements are dropping.
And then it would be me and Alex and Andrea, and that's just because everybody gets dragged to Shadow. So that was probably going to happen.
Friendly fire! Try to make
But especially people have loved the interviews.
Hostiles have captured a command post.
I'm glad the interviews have done well.
Yeah, they've done fairly well.
On the side.
Again, it's one of those cases where Cough Cough Brinton did a lot, has done really well, and then you guys kind of followed behind. But let me just say this, Alex: there has been a movement
There's been a move.
to not that kind of movement, people. Thank you, Imperial Music. I appreciate that.
What a timing.
There has actually been a movement to make Brinton a more permanent panelist on the podcast.
Well, we love them, so...
We do love him, but our panel's kind of set. So we'll bring Brinton in. We don't have a problem doing that. Our panel is pretty much set.
Yeah.
So
But we have to also work with Brinton's schedule.
Copy that.
yeah, and
They're losing reinforcements.
I know a lot of people are a little confused on this. Like, who is the permanent panel on Geek News? Right now, it's me, Alex, and Ronnie, because we can be there more consistently. But then we bring in people like Brinton. When Aldo can make it, we bring him in. We do consider Aldo a permanent member, but it's just Aldo can't make it all the time.
Gunslinger.
And we're obviously going to bring a bunch more people in, so that's not going to be an issue. Because, it's YouTube. Collaboration is king in YouTube, so we'll be bringing a bunch more people in. But we're not even done yet, because we're still going to be doing Gaming with Geeks, so that's still going to be a thing. In fact, I announced it on my 100 subscriber video, but now it's a little bit further along. Geek News is getting a little sub-podcast added to it.
Oh, cool.
And the first couple of episodes should be up in a couple of days. Oh, we're going to Dagobah! Speaking of the dark side.
The rebellion has used the leader bonus.
The leader bonus.
Oh no.
So I get to play
Your
as-
weapons, Alex. You will not need them.
Your weapons. You will not need them. No.
What do I need?
Only what you take with you. A dominion of evil it is.
The cave. Remember your vision in the cave.
I love a lot of people who actually ask the question, if Dagobah is so fluid in the dark side of the Force, why does Yoda live there?
I don't think it necessarily is.
It actually is, and there's a reason for it. It masks him. There's so much dark side that he's just a blip on the planet. So it actually works out to him strategically that he can't be
Our
sensed.
forces are under escort of a leader.
And speaking of Yoda, so you're going to be playing as Yoda as a Jedi General. We seriously need to get you to watch Clone Wars. I think you would love a lot of the moments in
Hostiles have
it.
captured a command
Especially
post.
a lot of the
We've
Yoda
gained a
moments.
command post.
We've gained a command post.
The enemy has captured a command post.
Yay!
They're flanking us!
So I guess the next thing that we could get into, Alex, is Battlefront 2.
They're coming around!
Like, we've been hearing some good things about it so far. Like, there is going to be a story mode.
Oh, EA's Battlefront 2.
Yeah, EA's Battlefront 2. Or rather,
Can't afford to
Dice's.
keep losing command posts.
Well, then don't lose up.
So we are going to get a single-player campaign. And already people are asking, so like, what is it going to entail? It's going to be the same thing we've gotten in any other Battlefront game, and I'm okay with it. I have heard talk that they're experimenting with the idea of Galactic Conquest.
Oh, experimenting. Sorry, that's not good enough. Do it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Well,
just like, come on.
if they're testing it, then it means it's probably going to be a thing.
I don't think so.
As long as they can make it work.
You can. Again, you have a game that's 10 years...
Alex, I agree
that
with
came
you.
out 10 years prior that did it. On the PlayStation 2.
Well, and here's the thing. You have the developers that did it.
Yes.
They work on your team.
No, so there's no excuse. There's just no excuse.
Yeah, well, we'll see, because Battlefront 2 is going to be a thing at some point. Whether or not we play it, I can already tell you guys, there's not going to be a Drak and Shadow try of Battlefront 2. Maybe there will be a Drak tries, and I'll bring Alex along to see if maybe it's better, but right now, as of this video, I'm not considering doing any kind of review for it. Battlefront 1 was just that much of a disappointment. Or, I'm sorry, Battlefront 3 was that much of a disappointment.
We've lost the command post.
Well, who lost the command post?
I don't know. Who lost the command post? Can somebody answer me? Who lost the command post?
I'll just hide here in the water. They can't
Okay.
see me. I think they can.
Covered my eyes, I did. You see me? You cannot. Yes.
Yeah, toddler logic. Cover your eyes, you're invisible.
Do you have a timer for
Yeah.
this like you do the story mode?
Yeah, you do. That little lightsaber, like, it's your health bar, but it just gradually wears down. But it restocks as you,
Captured a command
when you
post.
kill enemies. So
Enemy reinforcements
if you're
are
really
detected.
crafty, you can pretty much keep going forever. Get out of my way, you stupid rebel soldiers, or I'm gonna kill you
With
all.
specific hero characters. I've noticed it's a lot easier to do that with like the Jedi characters or
Yeah.
Sith characters than it is like with Boba Fett.
Or Han, or Leia.
Yeah, their timers go by really quick. But if you're in a Jedi, or if you're on a Jedi, it's a lot easier to keep it.
Master Yoda.
Master Yoda.
Oh, speaking of Luke's X-wing,
They're losing reinforcements.
They're losing
Can't afford to
reinforcements.
keep losing command posts.
we're getting all these
The enemy
repeats
has
from
captured a command
Alex.
post.
Because this is what Alex actually tells people. This is
The
like
enemy
him
is
when
in
he's playing
control
a
of
game.
another command post.
So this is like, I'm not saying you don't get natural Alex on Dragon Shadow, you do.
This is my
But he
movie.
tries very hard not to do that. So
Nice throw.
he shot at you 6 times, still couldn't hit you. They
Well,
really do need to get those helmets fixed.
Imperial Marksmanship Academy.
Exactly.
I keep killing my own guys because I keep getting in the way. I died.
Oh, did you?
Tired,
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Rest, I
Well,
must.
still pretty good.
We can't afford to keep losing command posts.
Well,
Oh, and
then quit
there's the
losing
Clone Wars
them.
Yoda. The, it's not Frank Oz. I can't remember the guy who actually plays him, but it's the Clone Wars Yoda. It doesn't sound the same.
They're trying to flank us.
Which is surprising because I figured they could just use archive footage.
Nope.
But
They hired a completely different voice actor.
I mean, for the game, obviously. Yeah, I mean, none of the none of the...
No, all the voices that are in the games eventually got brought into like the Clone Wars series. So
Yeah, I know, but
you
I-
get Clone Wars Obi-Wan, which I'm not saying they do bad. I actually like
It's
the,
fine,
Clone
but-
Wars Obi-Wan,
think
but I
with-
like you as well.
Yeah, I think still, like, I'm fine with it, but it's like a game like this, I think it'd just be easy to use stock footage.
Yes and no. It just depends on how old the stuff is.
The enemy has captured
Because
a
all the
command
classic
post.
stuff I think would sound weird. It would sound grainy in games like this.
Frenzy!
So since we're playing a Star Wars game, I'd actually like to pimp a channel if you don't mind.
Alright.
Trying to flank us.
So for the holidays, you'd think I'd be on a Christmas kick, right?
Right.
Well, Rogue One came out, so I'm actually on a Star Wars kick.
Right.
And I actually found a channel on YouTube that's amazing. So I'd like to pimp out the Stupendous Wave.
We captured a command post.
It's called the Stupendous Wave,
Reinforcements are
and they
dropping.
do a bunch of Star Wars
Hostile
theories.
Reinforcements are dropping. They're trying to
I think
flank
I've seen one or two videos by him.
The cool part is like they go into expanded universe sometimes to flesh out the theory. So like if you guys are ever curious about, say, why did Palpatine never train Darth
The
Vader?
enemy is in
Right, I
control
saw
of
that.
another
You
command
can
post.
see videos where they actually there was an in-canon there was an in-canon explanation via the expanded universe,
We've lost a command
and so you
post.
actually can get a really good video going into that. Or another one is why.
Here I am.
Or they actually go into theories, so I guess there's like a theory about Supreme Leader Snoke right now that either he is Darth
We gained a
Plagueis
command post.
Yeah, I've heard
or Mace Windu.
that. I doubt he's Mace Windu.
But apparently there's a theory online that he's Mace Windu. So they actually go into those and say,
The enemy has
whether or not it's
captured a
likely,
command post.
but they give supporting evidence saying it
We
could be,
control the command
kind of
post.
thing.
Hostile reinforcements are dropping.
One of the main reasons I did this was because actually Darth Plagueis. Me and my brother for the longest time thought Darth Plagueis was just Palpatine, like he lied.
Right.
But we didn't know this. There's an expanded universe stuff about Darth Plagueis. So they actually did like 4 or 5 videos on who Darth Plagueis is, when he trained Palpatine, what he was doing while he was training Palpatine, all that stuff. So those are also amazing videos if you don't know who Darth Plagueis is.
Reinforcements are dropping.
They also go into a lot of other pivotal expanded universe characters like Darth Revan. Darth Bane, I think, has a video, and then there's also Darth Krayt, who is kind of relevant for all of us because Darth Krayt is part of the twin storyline that they did in the expanded universe with Han and Leia having twins, but the son turns to the dark side, which is a lot of what Kylo Ren is based off of.
Yeah.
So Darth Krayt is actually, I believe, the Sith that the son served, if not the son himself. But yeah, if you guys want some really great Star Wars lore, I recommend the Stupendous Wave. They go into theories, they go into explanations or expanded universe explanations as to why this is what it is. And it's all really entertaining. Or the other one I like is what if scenarios. So like they actually go into a what if scenario of what if Darth Vader didn't die at the end of Return of the Jedi. Because a lot of people have made the argument like Darth Vader would just be another Jedi and he would help Luke. Yeah, but would the Rebellion let them? Darth Vader's done a lot of crap in his time, people. So you don't think the Rebellion would want to execute Darth Vader? I mean, honestly, Alex.
True.
You'd want him executed. So it's a really great theory. Oh no, are we going to Utapau?
We're going to Utapau.
Utapau.
Energy boost bonus.
So then we can get the mysterious communique from the Emperor. Execute Order 66. Still one of the best scenes of that movie. Is just seeing that little hologram come up on so many different stormtrooper comms. Execute Order 66.
Oh, clone troopers.
And then all of them just immediately going, "It will be done, my lord." Well, I'd call them stormtroopers because they were wearing stormtrooper helmets at the time. Yes, they're not stormtroopers, they're clone troopers.
Our saboteurs have damaged.
And speaking of Order 66, that's actually another great theory that Stupendous Wave has done. Is like they show where a lot of Jedi actually did survive Order 66, and a lot of Jedi that you may not know. So a lot of people might know that obviously Ahsoka Tano from the Clone Wars series, she survived. But then you also have other Jedi like Kree Krun, I think is how you say his name. How he survived Order 66 and lived a peaceful life. So you have a lot of that stuff. Are we just talking endless Star Wars right now?
I think so.
All right.
We are playing a Star Wars game.
We are playing a Star Wars game, but I can't really go into all of the Star Wars stuff that I want to talk about because you haven't seen it.
On the sides!
You can spoil it, it's fine.
But I eventually want you to see it. That's the thing. Like, I make a very strong argument, people, that he needs to see Clone Wars and Rebels because I think he would really like the storylines that are there. Here's the thing. I get his argument. He doesn't like the animation. I get that. I'm not the biggest fan of the animation either.
That's okay.
But
I'll let you shoot them all.
the story is
Hi, Steve Bloom.
still more
Slit that
engaging.
throat.
Hi, Steve Bloom.
Friendly fire!
Hi, Steve Bloom.
Oh, and speaking of Steve Bloom, actually has a solid role in Rebels.
Oh, everybody does. Every voice actor I like is probably in Rebels.
You're pretty much right, because the other one I wanted to confirm was Helba is now in Rebels.
Yeah.
She joined in season 3, so you can get her. And yet, strangely enough, Laura Bailey's nowhere near Rebels.
Too busy with her Blizzard games.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what happened. Or, no, she was probably too busy with Gears of War 4, because she's in that. The funniest part is, like, she has Blizzard roles, but her roles are not active in the game right now. So like one of my favorite roles from her in Warcraft is missing. She's like gone AWOL, and we don't know where she is. And I'm kind of worried about that because then she could come back as a supervillain, and I don't want that to happen. Because that's a really cool kick-ass character. But anyway, back to Star Wars.
Back to Star Wars.
Actually, I'm going to go this direction because this is another thing that we can do. We are actually really close to the new year now, Alex. So 2017 is just on the horizon. And people are already asking, like, what do we have planned for 2017? We'll have, like, a full-on video explaining a lot of this stuff where we can more formally thank you guys and show our appreciation. But we have lots planned for 2017. We got plenty of vlogs. We got plenty of games to take on. I know that somebody actually asked if we were going to do some Star Wars games. There are Star Wars games on the list. I don't know if we're going to get to them. I'm hoping we will, because... well, one of them is the Super Trilogy, and I need to go and do the hardest game in that freaking trilogy.
They're all over.
They're all over.
Hi, Steve Bloom.
That was not Steve Bloom.
Oh, it sounded like him. So yeah, we're going to do that, but we have a bunch of other Star Wars games on the list.
It's sucking at me. Can't hit this trooper.
In fact, I'm actually also happy to say that Dark Forces may have rejoined our list. We may do Dark Forces. So then we can actually say we've done it, and you guys can see it.
Take cover.
It's a Doom clone, but with stormtroopers. What could possibly go wrong? The only thing I don't think we'll do, a lot of people have asked for games like Knights of the Old Republic. That's a pretty big game, people. I don't know if we're going to do that one.
Victory. Victory done.
And also the Old Republic. The Old Republic is an MMO, and therefore Alex is not interested unless it's Phantasy Star.
Mm-hmm.
So we're probably not going to do the Old Republic. However, Drak will probably be doing it, so just stay tuned. Because I actually do like the Old Republic. But there are also a couple of other games we can't do. I would really love to do the X-Wing and TIE Fighter games. They're really dated now. So I don't know if we'll be able to make those work. But there's going to be other Star Wars games. Somebody else actually did suggest to us that we should do the PC version of Shadows of the Empire.
Right.
Because of the cutscenes.
Mm-hmm. And voice acting. I don't want to do Dagobah again.
Go back to Dagobah. You must go to the cave and see your face in the head you just chopped off. I don't know, we might, as like an anniversary to Shadows of the Empire, but I don't think it's on Steam.
I don't think so.
And I think it's pretty freaking dated. So we'll see if we can make it work. We're obviously doing Lego Star Wars, so that's a thing. We did episodes 1 through 3 and 4 through 6, so I think it's only appropriate for us to eventually get to Lego The Force Awakens, and if there is going to be a Lego Rogue One, then to do that. So we're doing that, obviously. Force Unleashed, I think, is definitely on the list at some point. There are just a couple of other Star Wars games I don't know if they would make the cut due to how dated they are. Because Dark Forces can be played, but like PC Shadows of the Empire, don't know if we can get that. Somebody actually asked for Star Wars Battle Chess. That's a really dated game, people. I love it, but it's dated. I don't think there's any possible hope that either my PC or Alex's could play it.
Oh, definitely not mine.
What was that? Definitely yours?
Definitely not mine.
Yeah, yours is. This is one of those cases where your PC is way too new for it. We'll find a way. We'll find a way to get all this stuff. The only thing I don't want to do with the Star Wars games is I don't want to go into stuff that people perceive as bad. Okay? There are bad Star Wars games, guys. Lots of them.
Like?
Pretty much anything Episode 1.
Pod Racer.
The only one that I would actually say is good out of that whole bundle is Jedi Power Battles, but I can see why people don't like it. It's a Jedi beat 'em up.
Right.
I think it's fun, but it's broken as all hell.
Yeah,
So
that armor works real
that's why
well.
I'm saying I don't think
I
it'll
see.
work.
Command post.
Well,
And also,
quick-
people don't like it because they got the color of Mace Windu's lightsaber wrong.
Oh,
Hostiles have
Well,
captured
this
a
is
command
before he had a
post.
purple lightsaber, people. He had a blue
Stormtrooper!
in canon before Samuel L. Jackson screamed out and went, I want something unique for my character, and got a purple lightsaber.
which was awesome. We need more multicolor lightsabers.
Well, if you could, like, he's the only one that's in canon that has a purple lightsaber now. There are a couple of Sith Lords that had a purple lightsaber before him, but none of them are considered in canon anymore.
Hostiles have captured a command post.
Unless you go into the Old Republic, where you can actually get a purple lightsaber crystal. So
I want those rebels dead.
Doesn't in EU Mara Jade get purple blade or something?
yeah, she had a purple one. Well,
Die!
she had a purple or a red one. I think it was purple.
I think it was purple.
So, Mara Jade. We just watched a bunch of Star Wars Dorkly videos. The only one that I can't watch anymore is the guy who's getting off on Vader, force choking him.
Oh,
Oh, that's so hard to watch. It's so gross. But I could definitely watch like the guy who made the exhaust port on the Death Star rant.
We
I like that
control the
one.
command post.
good. Now let's keep it that way.
But yeah, we'll get to a bunch of other Star Wars games, people. We'll figure it all out. In fact, hey, here's the thing. If EA makes some good Star Wars games, maybe we'll check them out.
We felt that.
Cough, cough, not Battlefront, cough, cough. Maybe the Visceral one will be good. I don't know. Might. I can already feel people going, why not Knights of the Old Republic?
Knock 'em down.
Knights of the Old Republic is a huge game. I believe it's like a 50, 60-hour game.
What are you doing?
Blasters.
Hostiles have captured a command
And I'm
post.
very insistent that we don't have a game that lasts longer than 100 parts. I'm already like on my channel, I'm already having a series go to 100 parts.
Wow.
Because my Tale of Drak playthrough just barely hit part 70. Okay? This is how far we're in the game. We just barely started the second expansion of 6.
Of 6. Wow.
Well, yeah, because the recent one is the 6th expansion. So I want you to consider that. You have the base game, the base client, and then you have 6 expansions. So that's
We can't
essentially
afford
7
to keep losing command posts.
right there. We just barely started the 2nd expansion. And I'm already at 70 parts. This series is definitely going over 100.
The enemy is in control of another
And I
command
can't stop
post.
it.
Hostiles have captured a
Well, I
command
could stop
post.
it, but I'm not going to do that to you guys.
Ow. Damn it.
Owie. Stop firing in them.
Where is he?
Another one I'd like to do, but I don't know if we can make work, is Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, we could do Rogue Leader on GameCube.
We control
Yeah, we
the
can do that.
command post.
But I want to do. I actually don't want to do Rogue Leader. I want to do the 3rd one, which actually went into pivotal plot points in the movies. But I don't know if we have it. Do we? Do you
No.
have it?
No, I have not been able to get a copy.
Because Rogue Leader is 2.
Mhm.
I think it's Rogue Assault is the one I'm wanting.
Rebel Assault.
No, not Rebel Assault. It was Rogue as well. I'll find it, but I would love to do that because that's actually really cool and immersive into the Star Wars universe, and it's GameCube, so
Grenade! Take cover!
it just wasn't unique.
We've gained a command post. They're losing
I'm not sure
reinforcements. Victory is
I know
ours.
another one that people wanted was Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Do you have a copy?
No.
I don't either. I didn't necessarily like Bounty Hunter. Then again, my problem is I don't like Jango
Enemy
Fett.
reinforcements are declining.
So that's my issue with that. What's another one that people want?
We can't afford to keep losing command posts.
Well, then quit losing them.
Not Clone Wars, but the Clone Wars game that came out on GameCube too.
Oh, I used to have that.
Yeah, Battle on Geonosis or something like that.
Reinforcements are dropping.
And I think people also did ask for the
They're losing
Rebel
reinforcements.
Commando game, and I don't have that either. Where you actually play as like a unit of clones.
Oh, what the heck?
Which, you know what? Now that I love Clone Wars, I wouldn't mind playing. Because I do like the clones as characters. That's one of the reasons Clone Wars is awesome, is Clone Wars doesn't really focus on the Jedi so much. It gives the clones a flavor. It gives the clones personalities. And yeah, guys, it's the same guy playing 60 different people. But all of them are unique. All of them have a personality. So that's why I like Clone Wars. In fact, one of my favorite characters out of that are clones. Honestly.
Nice. Very nice.
I love Captain Rex. The commander of the 501st Legion, later called Vader's Hand.
The rebellion has accepted
Although he had
credit.
retired
All
long after
fleets on standby.
Order 66, but I like Captain Rex. There was another ARC Trooper named Fives that I love.
Please select a fleet to command.
And the sad part is that some of his greatest character moments weren't on TV. They were the Netflix season.
Oh my god, Yavin 4 again.
Yep.
Leader
You are not
bonus
lucky with your
activated.
random assignments here.
Oh.
Select a bonus for this battle.
Yeah, they actually did a plot line where Trooper Fives discovers the Order 66 chip. Like, there actually was a clone trooper who his chip actually activated before he was given the command. So you actually have a scene where a trooper acts all weird and then murders his Jedi commander.
Oh, wow.
And it was Order 66 that was enacted in his head. So through that, we actually had like a 5-episode arc where Fives figured out Order 66 before anybody else knew about it.
Very nice.
And died. Like, he died a horrible death because he was literally trying to be put down as the fall guy and then eventually the mastermind behind the chip malfunction. Yeah.
Our
It was a
leader is
really
commanding
good
their
episode
forces.
arc.
Our soldiers have been injected with backup
About an ARC
serum.
trooper. Get it?
Give me that.
And the best part about Fives was that he was introduced
Ow.
very early on in the series. We actually got to see him as a rookie clone trooper, and then eventually build up into being an ARC trooper. So that's like one of those rewarding moments in Clone Wars, is you got to see this character
Our
grow up.
reinforcements are being depleted.
In fact, one of my favorite Clone Wars episodes, Rookies, is where he was introduced. And he's amazing.
Get out of my way, darn it.
Can people tell that I really like Clone Wars?
Yes.
And Rebels?
Need a command post.
Yes,
I don't know if I've made that point across.
They're losing
Get out of
reinforcements.
my way, stupid tank. You're ruining my master plan.
Hi, I know I'm on TV.
Watch your flanks. Damn. Stupid speeder
I-
bikes are flimsy as hell.
Yeah, they really are. I don't know why you're using it.
I was trying to
I'm
get
kind
to.
of surprised that you didn't die in like a spinning dervish of death.
I was trying to get to that most distant command post,
Watch those
so
blasters!
that way we could just kind of cut them off.
Captured a command post.
We have captured a command post.
The thing about this game is the AIs all like to cluster at one point.
Yeah.
And it just is like a free-for-all kill fest. So I try to be a little more strategic to get the battles done a little quicker. He's coming around.
But see, here's the thing. When this game came out, that was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
That was an amazing concept because it actually felt like there was strategy to it. It's just unfortunate that, you and me have played enough games that we can see where the problem in the AI is.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody out there who knows jack about games who still enjoys the crap out of this game.
The enemy is in control of another command
And actually,
post.
this is one of the things that we were all kind of looking forward to when Battlefront 3 got announced. It's like, oh my gosh, EA is behind Battlefield and all that. They could honestly fix a lot of the AI issues we had with Battlefront 2. It's just too freaking bad that they basically made it COD Star Wars.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, Battlefield Star Wars. Hopefully they will fix this with Battlefront 2. I don't know. I'll tell you one thing that's not going to happen. Neither me or Alex are going to pay $120 for it.
Yeah. That's bullshit.
The sole reason that game was successful, or considered successful, is there were so many Star Wars fans that immediately put down $120. You paid double what a game costs for it to disappoint you.
We've lost a command post.
Damn it.
And I talked to friends who paid that $120.
Mm-hmm.
Simply because it was Star Wars.
The enemy is in control of another command
So there you
post.
go, guys. I hope you learned your lesson. Do not pay $120. Do not pay double
Hostile
the game
reinforcements
price
are dropping.
unless you know for certain it's going to be bad.
Yeah.
Or unless you know for certain it's going to be good.
Why are you allowing these companies to gouge us?
Yeah, exactly. You sit there and complain about EA gouging you, but yet you allowed them to.
Yeah.
Because they saw that this saw that this price plan worked and put it into other games. Can you blame them? You
No.
bought it.
Yeah, you bought it.
This is why in a lot of cases on Geek News we say, vote with your freaking dollar. Do not pay for this stuff. Don't pre-order it. Don't do anything of the sort. Especially to the people who pre-order and then get mad that the pre-order bonus sucks.
Yeah.
Well, you pre-ordered. You enabled them to give you sucky material. That's on you, buddy, not on me. You know, yell about it all you want, but it's kind of your fault.
Why do I always run out of ammo at the wrong time?
Oh, were you reloading?
Yeah.
You could have died. That would have been amazing.
Da, 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 da.
We captured a command post.
I've single-handedly recaptured all my command posts when I've like.
You are the Rambo of the Star Wars universe. Man.
Yeah. That's happened. That's always fun when like all but one of your you like lose all your command posts. The clock is ticking down before you have defeat, and you manage to recapture a command post, and then recapture the entire thing by yourself.
See, it's concepts like that where I would actually embrace like a full-on 40-person battleground kind of thing.
Victory is ours.
Especially if you could guarantee like the 39 of your friends are all friends.
Darn it.
Thing. You'd have some fun with it.
I almost had it. I don't know where I'm at.
So like if Battlefront 2 fixes a lot of those problems, I would love to be able to get online with like people of our community and just like all shoot the breeze on Hoth kind of thing. Just to have moments where we can all laugh at either me doing stupid things or Alex doing stupid things or other people. That would be pretty awesome.
Got
Make
him.
that work.
Oh, wow. That was great.
I think we're about to get censored. That was pretty censor-worthy material right there. The stormtrooper made a symbol that he probably shouldn't have. Well, this video isn't going to be watched in Germany anytime soon.
Hostile
Got
reinforcements
him.
are dropping. Enemy
Oh, dude, you are
reinforcements are
annihilating them right now.
Yeah.
57 to 3.
Considering how close the last battle was, this is pretty good.
We control the command
Oh, my
post.
bad. 2, 1, and victory.
Victory!
You have truly gained galactic conquest, my friend. All right, we're going to keep this on. I think we've got time for one more.
One more.
One more major
All right.
battlefield. So let's go ahead and do that, and then we are actually going to swap over. This is going to be a 2-episode thing where Alex gets to shoot the breeze first because Battlefront has been asked for, and then I'm gonna shoot the breeze with a game that I tend to play and shoot the breeze on. So.
The rebellion has received credit for defending.
And also, obviously, if you guys want us to do a campaign mode of Battlefront 2, let us know. We want to do it, but if you guys want it, then we'll probably put it a little bit further up on the list. Oh, you got somewhere new.
Yay, finally.
You get to go to Naboo.
Naboo. Naboo.
I want you to kill as many Gungans as you come across.
There are no Gungans.
I want Alex to be the sole reason the Gungan race no longer exists.
Some ships blew up and some pilots fried.
That was another one that I was surprised the Stupendous Wave did a video on, is they went into the Darth Jar Jar theory.
Oh, yeah. Everybody's done the Darth Jar Jar.
You know that there's now a theory that Darth Jar Jar is Supreme Leader Snow.
Yeah, I've heard that, too. Considering we saw Jar Jar's skeleton, though, probably not.
Did we?
Yeah.
Where?
In Force Awakens.
When did we see that?
I can't remember. I just know it's there.
This is an Easter egg I need to find now.
Leia here. Let's get
We
moving.
we actually saw Jar Jar's skeleton?
Yeah. Woo! I love it. We got Leia with the buns.
I have to look this up now. What? I completely missed this.
That was little J.J. Abrams' little take that.
That was his little screw you guys, I'm going home. Okay. So Force
Can't
Awakens.
afford to keep losing losing command post.
Well, then quit losing them.
Jar.
Where is he?
Hostiles have captured a command post.
Skeleton. Where is it? Let's see. Jar Jar Binks killed by the Force Awakens. Oh, crap. I hate it when I get spammed with advertisements. Damn you, movie pilot! No wonder Romney doesn't do anything with you anymore.
Watch those blasters! Friendly fire!
They literally prevented me from seeing the story with advertisements. That's bullshit.
Ugh.
Okay, so warning. This theory discusses spoilers for Star Wars Force Awakens. Read at your own risk. Yeah. I want to see the image. Takes place decades after the prequel trilogy and still likely that Naboo is part of the Republic. Oh, so with the Starkiller base, they blew up Naboo too? I didn't even take into consideration the planets.
Watch your flanks.
Okay, I need to see an actual image of the skeleton.
Get Leia.
Images.google.com. Let's check
Watch
this
where
out.
you're shooting.
Watch where you're shooting.
That rebel scum.
Take out that rebel scum.
You can handle things from here.
Oh, it's all Photoshop stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what you're gonna get. I know it's in there. I can't remember where it is though.
Force Awakens Easter egg.
We've lost control of the command post.
Well, whose fault is that? The friggin' Imperials are killing me.
The only one that came up was like a game
Captured a
one.
command post. Enemy reinforcements are declining.
Stop bringing up Darth Jar Jar. I'm so sick and tired of that theory.
And yet you just brought it up too.
Yeah, I did. Oh, apparently there's an Easter egg from Doctor Who in Force Awakens. Crap. Yeah, I'm not bringing up this Easter egg at all.
Oh,
I need to find it. Yeah, because I don't remember a Gungan skeleton. If you guys find it, please put the link in the comments below so I can see it. 'Cause
Awesome.
I would love to see a dead Jar Jar, man.
Hostiles have captured a command post.
Especially if JJ put that in personally to say no, screw the prequels.
yeah, he did.
Is this why George and him didn't get along?
Probably. Well, that and they kind of ignored George, so.
Well, I do know that George was apparently involved in the process of casting JJ. Like this was before the sale happened, and he actually did make a strong push for JJ, and then JJ made a strong push to bring back the original cast, which George did agree with. But that's where it ends, people. That's where it ends. He was not happy with Force Awakens, I think, at all.
Yeah.
We've gained a command post.
Oh, you could play as Princess Leia.
Reinforcements are dropping.
Go away, stupid little stormtrooper.
Would you be as powerful as CG Leia?
Let's get moving.
No, you'd be way more powerful.
With hope.
Now, just remember, Leia, there is no underwear in space.
There is no underwear in space.
So no upskirt shots, or otherwise we'll have to censor it.
Captured a command post.
You captured a command post.
Why are we going with the white dress Leia? Why can we not go with like rebel gear Leia?
Yeah, I want to know that too.
I mean, there's like 2 movies solidly where she's in rebel gear.
Watch those blasters!
3 if you count Force Awakens.
Take cover!
Watch your flanks.
Watch your flanks.
Watch where you're shooting.
Look out! Friendly fire!
So one other thing we can get into. So we have Rogue One done, Alex.
Yep.
Which means Episode 8 is this year. Are you excited for Episode 8?
Yes, I am.
And if so, what do you want to see in Episode 8? Of the questions that Force Awakens left you with, what do you want answered in Episode 8?
Ugh. Maybe who?
There's lots. There's
Yeah.
like 10 questions.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much that I want to see. I want to see Rey engage in proper combat. I mean, I know we kind of got that with her against.
Do you think we're gonna get Rey v Kylo round 2?
Possibly, yeah. Right. Maybe we'll find out who Supreme Leader Snoke is.
I want to see training for both Rey and Kylo, because they hinted at the end of Force Awakens that Kylo was going to get some training too. So I want to see training on both their ends. I want to see Rey engage in training with Luke, and Snoke to train Kylo, or Ben Solo, if you want to call him that. I'm going to call him Kylo Ren. Wow, that tank is just is murder rating you. I also want to see. I kind of want to see Rey's origin figured out, because I'm sick and tired of people coming up to me going, "Who do you think are Rey's parents?" Because everybody tries to make the justification to me that Han and Leia are her parents, and I'm not on that bandwagon, people. Why aren't you on that bandwagon? I'm not on the bandwagon because it makes no sense for me to have Leia not reveal that in Force Awakens. There's no reason for her to not do that. But what if she didn't know? She gave birth to Rey. She's gonna know.
Yeah.
Okay? I believe that the Force does exist with mothers, and that they know their kids regardless.
Yeah.
So at that point, I'm sorry, I don't prescribe to the Leia is Rey's mother. I don't think that's the case. Or even better, the theory out there that Leia is Rey's mother and Luke is the father. No!
Whoa, let's not go down that route.
There's actually a theory for this, that, believe it or not, we didn't know this, but Leia and Luke actually did have incest as wincest, and raised the product.
This is
No!
What have you gotten us into
No,
this time?
people! No!
Or would it be just sort of the case the Force between them conceived Rey? Like, Anakin was conceived by the
I'm not
Force.
cool with any of that. I'm not. No, the actual theory is that they actually did get together, like before they left Echo Base or something like that. And yeah, no, 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 no. I don't want to go down the spoony road, but no, no. I will tell you what my theory is. Are you ready?
All right.
Luke is the father. We just don't know who the mother is. Which, funniest thing, we've now had the casting long since of Laura Dern. She's going to be in episode 8. So maybe she's Rey's mother? That's the only thing that I can't figure out is, like, I think Luke's the father. We just don't know who the mother is. But we're going to find out. I also don't prescribe to the theory that Captain Phasma is the mother. No. Captain Phasma will be her own thing.
Yeah.
And not just go into a trash compactor. Because she's better than that. That's going to go ahead and do it for us. So,
We've liberated Naboo!
We liberated Naboo and Yavin 4 twice and Dagobah twice and, yeah.
Mustafar.
There you go. So that's going to do it for this episode, but we'll be back in the next little bit where I take the helm on one of my favorite games to shoot the breeze on. If you don't know what that game is, I don't know what to tell you. Otherwise, well, I know what to tell you. Welcome. You must be new here. We'll see you guys in a bit.